In this video, I will talk about early specialisation and diversification in young athletes. To begin with, I will talk about early specialisation. Early specialisation, according to Baker 2003, is a deliberate focus on training and development in that sport. The training should be intense and in an organised sport. Davids 2018 says this is so the athlete is able to cope with the pressures for that specific sport. As this excludes any other sport and free play, this method really focuses on a single sport. A person may specialise due to a desire to chase that sport to an elite level, or from external pressures such as a coach telling them to make it, the player has to only play that certain sport. By focusing so much on one sport, it can cause overuse injuries, psychological fatigue and burnout. Popkin 2019. Therefore, the athlete can become injured by repeating the same skill over and over again. By being out-injured, they won't be able to participate in training programs or in games and will regress in their skill learning and performance. Baker says that due to the performer only performing sport-specific skills, this will limit their motor skill development. As this is the case, it can also lead to not participating in any other form of physical activity further on in later life for the athlete. It is common in young footballers that they might have tight hamstrings due to only performing the kicking motion. This may lead to significant health problems and limit their performance and participation in general sport. Davids 2018 suggests that specialisation can create social problems as they're around the same people every time they participate in sport. An athlete only participates in an individual sport such as golf may not get the opportunities to socialise with people their own age. As early specialisation stifles the sociological development of the athlete, their character doesn't develop over time. Jones 2011. As the performer is less motivated and isn't having fun, the athlete may decide to drop out. As most children participate in sport for the enjoyment, and enjoyment being the main source of skill transfer, when an athlete loses the enjoyment for the sport, they are more likely to stop improving and drop out from the sport. Baker 2003. As the athlete drops out, they are not likely to participate in sport again due to the negative previous experiences. However, Baker 2003 thinks that a child needs time to practice to improve, as the number of deliberate practice hours and performance level are directly linked. This is supported by elite adult athletes training one sport every day. Some children may see their sporting role models training every day and try to recreate this. Other children may play one sport every day, but that is to participate instead of trying to improve their performance. For example, a schoolboy who plays football at school, they do this for enjoyment with their peers. Early diversification is where a person focuses on involvement in a number of different sports. Baker 2003. This will increase the performer's knowledge of sport and can find a sport they enjoy participating in and can perform well in. Development in sport emerges through continuous interactions between an individual's personal capabilities and possibilities for action in performance environments. Davids 2018. Meaning an athlete develops best by being put in different environments. These environments can range from playing football on the beach instead of on grass to playing badminton on a court that is smaller than the norm. Both of these can develop a player as they adapt to the situation and think for themselves to overcome these challenges to build resilience in a sporting situation. Davids 2018 also states that a performer discovers their capabilities through experience and practice of varied activities. Finding their own capabilities can increase a performer's sporting confidence and increase motivation, both of which will increase performance and the ability of the performer. Popkin and Baker both agree that diversification leads to superior results when compared to specification. As the athlete can develop more in a shorter amount of time, diversification also leads to an increase in motivation towards sport and physical activity in general. For example, Phil Neville, the Manchester United player, played cricket even whilst training with the first team at United, winter 2002. As Neville played at the highest possible level of sport, this supports Popkin as an expert athlete develops in multiple sports before specialising in football.
We normally start these with a conversation about dreaming of always wanting to be a footballer, but actually, if we take your story into your teenage years, it's not as straightforward as that, is it?
No, I didn't dream about wanting to be a footballer. I dreamt about wanting to be a cricketer. Played cricket from the age of 5, 6. Then I started to play for my county, Lancashire. Then I played for England. Then I captained England, and then probably about 12 to 13, football began to play a bigger role in my life. Played football in the winter, cricket in the summer. I got picked for England schoolboys at cricket and football in the same year. And
another more recent example is Cameron Green from Australia. After Green finished school, he had the opportunity to play professional Aussie rules football or cricket. Green went on to play international cricket. This again reinforces that early diversification is more beneficial to an athlete than early specialisation.